最悪だもん。
嘘ばっかり。
本当だ。
嘘ばっか
マジだ、スター・ウォーズだ。ローシー間違えてさ、あれなんか。
Members of the juries, murders in the first degree, planned murder, is the most serious of crimes. You have listened to long and difficult argument in this court, and it is now your duty to consider whether this man is now your duty to sit down and try to separate fact from fancy. One man is dead. The life of another man, the prisoner here, is depend upon your decision, your verdict. If there is any reasonable doubt in your mind as to whether this man is guilty, then you should declare him not guilty. If, however, there is no reasonable doubt, then the prisoner must be found guilty. Whichever way you decide, you must all agree on the verdict. That is, your decision should be unanimous. You should all be of one mind. You bear a very serious responsibility. And I request you to consider all the facts honestly and thoughtfully. And make no decision until you are all quite certain in your mind whether this man is guilty or not guilty. And if you should find the accused guilty, I will not consider a recommendation for mercy, and this sentence will be applied without possibility of appeal. Thank you.
ある男が殺された。そしてその息子が容疑者として捕まった。犯行の後、開花に住む老人が線路脇のアパートの自室より走り去る彼の姿を目撃した。線路を挟んで向かい側に住む女性も、少年が父親を刺すその瞬間を見たと証言した。しかしその息子は犯行を否定している。たった今、法廷での審議が終わり、裁判官からの事件要約をもとに、12人の陪審員は、その少年が有罪か無罪かを決定しなければならない。リーズナブルダウト、合理的疑問とは、理論的に考えた上で浮かび上がってくる疑問のことである。そして、このリーズナブルダウトが認められたとき、陪審員の評決は無罪となる。しかし、その疑問の余地がないときには、有罪となり、この事件の場合、被告である少年は死刑を宣告される。この作品が書かれた時代には、陪審員は男性のみで構成されていたために、現代は12人のイかれる男となっている。しかし、この公演では、物語は男性7人と女性5人によって展開される。この殺人事件の審議をめぐり、12人が激しい個性と意見をぶつけ合う。なお、この公演は3幕からなり、幕間には10秒ほどの間を取りますので、皆さんも陪審員の一人となって この審議の行方を考えてみてはいかがでしょうか。さて、陪審員たちは最終評決を出すべく陪審室に集まった。夏、ある暑い日の午後のことである。
This is your room. Make yourselves at home.
Candy? Candy, anyone?
Thank you. But no.
Do you know something? I know a lot of things. I'm in the advertising business. It's hot. I've been hot all day.
I don't think you are as hot as that boy on trial.
I nearly died of heat in the courtroom. They must spend money on the cooler for this place. Oh, no, thank you. My taxes are high enough already. We'll soon settle this business. The verdict is obvious.
Yes, it's hot. Well, everyone's here now. If there's anything you need, I'll be just outside the door. Just knock.
Did he lock that door?
Yes, he did. He locked it. All juries have to be locked in.
What do they think we are?
Criminals? They lock us in for a little while. While we...
Then they lock up that boy in prison forever. I think that's fine.
I never knew they did that.
Of course, they locked the door. What did you think?
I just didn't know. I've never thought about it before.
Shall we all admit now that it's hot and easy to get angry?
It's been a difficult week.
I feel fine.
I wonder what's been happening in my office while I've been away. You know what it's like in advertising. In 6 days, the whole business could go bankrupt and I'd lose my job. They won't like my being absent for such a long time.
If you don't lose your job, ask him to employ you. He's wealthy. Look at his clothes.
Was that suit specially made for you?
Yes, it was. I never buy ready-made suits.
I have an uncle who makes suits. He's a tailor.
Is he successful?
Not very. But he wanted to be on this jury instead of me.
Why didn't you let him? I would have done anything to get out of this.
That is being against the law. You can't avoid sitting on a jury if you've been caught. You'd be sent to prison yourself for contempt of court. This uncle of mine was on a jury once, about 10 years ago. A trial like this one.
Murder? So what happened?
They set the man free. There was reasonable doubt that he did it. And do you know, about 8 years later, they found out that he actually done it. A guilty man, a murderer, was walking freely on the street.
Did they get him?
They couldn't. They wouldn't be able to.
Why not?
A man can't be tried twice for the same crime unless it's a hung jury.
A hung jury? What does that mean? I'm not acquainted with all the legal terms of this country.
You ought to know that, madam. A hung jury is a jury that cannot reach a final decision because one or more of its members will not agree with the others.
That won't happen here.
6 days. They should have finished it in 2. Talk, talk, talk. Did you ever hear so much talk about nothing?
Well, I suppose they are allowed to.
Everybody gets a fair trial. That's the system. Well, I don't suppose you can say anything against it.
How do you like that story about the knife? Did you ever hear such lies?
Well, you must expect that. You know what kind of people they are.
The boy bought a knife that night.
And then he lost it. So he said.
A hole in his
A
pocket.
hole in his farm.
An awful way to kill your father. A knife in his
That's
neck.
the kind of people they are. You know that sort.
What's the matter? Have you got a cold?
Blocked nose. It can kill you.
I had no trouble like that last year. During my annual holiday too.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us take our seats.
Right, this must be done quickly. I've got tickets for Cinderella tonight. I'm probably the only one who hasn't seen it yet. Please. Start the show.
How about sitting down? The gentleman at the window. Won't you sit down?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it's difficult to understand, isn't it? A boy kills his father, just like that. Well, so many parents are like that nowadays. They let their children run wild. Maybe they deserve what they get. There are better ways to prove the facts than by depending on your emotion. Perhaps there are some kind of people you don't like.
We all agree that it's hot.
And it's easy to get angry. If we don't agree, but this trial is easy to judge. Let's get it over and done with as quickly as possible.
You can do this any way you want. I mean, I'm not thinking of making any rules. If you want to discuss it first, then vote. That's one way. Or we can vote first and see what the result is.
Let's vote now. Then maybe we can all go home.
Yes, let's see where we all stand.
I agree. Let's take a vote immediately.
Yes, let's vote.
Does anyone not want to vote?
That was easy.
All those voting guilty, please raise your hands. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 for guilty. And not guilty? You got it wrong, mate. 11 to 1. 11 for guilty. 1 not guilty. Now we know what each of us thinks.
Do you really believe he's not guilty?
I don't know.
After 6 days of evidence in the courtroom, he doesn't know.
In 6 days, I could learn the Greek language. This trial is as simple as ABC.
I don't believe it's as simple as ABC.
I've never seen such a guilty young fellow in my life.
What does a guilty man look like? He's not guilty until we say he is guilty. Are we to vote according to his face?
You were at the trial, and you heard same things as I did. The boy's a killer. You could see it.
Where do you look to see if a man is a killer?
Oh, wow.
I'd like to know. Tell me about the face of a killer. Maybe you know something that I don't know.
Listen, what facts make you think that the boy is not guilty?
He's 19 years old.
That's old enough. He stabbed his own father, pointed into his chest. A poor little 19-year-old boy.
I agree with you that the boy is guilty, but we should try to avoid emotion.
Take music that doesn't fit my brain. Do you want me to listen?
No.
Well, do you believe that stupid story
He told?
Do you believe that story the boy told us?
I don't know whether to believe it or not. Maybe I don't.
So why did you vote not guilty?
There were 11 votes for guilty. It's not so easy for me to raise my hand and send a boy to die without talking about it first.
Who says it's easy for me?
Or me.
He's just as guilty whether it's an easy vote or a difficult one.
Is there something wrong because I put my hand up quickly?
Not necessarily.
I think the boy is guilty. You couldn't change my opinion even if you talked for 100 years.
I don't want to change your opinion.
Exactly. What are you thinking?
I want to talk for a while. Listen. This boy has been kicked around all his life. His family is poor. They live in poor part of the city. His mother died when he was 9. That's not a very good way to begin life. He feels angry. Do you know why children from poor families feel angry? Because we knock them over the head every day. I think maybe we owe him a few words. That's all.
You all know that. It's difficult, I agree. It was difficult for me. My life hasn't been easy. I worked while I was at university. That was a long time ago. I fought, yes, but I never killed.
I know what it's like to be poor, but I've never killed.
I've been knocked about quite big too. If you work in advertising, and the man who pays for the advertisement walks in, we all know.
In my country, in Europe, kicking people about was normal. But let's try to find something better than that.
I don't mind telling you this. We don't owe that boy anything. He's had a fair trial. Do you know how much money this trial has been costing? He's lucky to have had it. Listen, we are all adults here. You can't tell us that we are expected to believe him, knowing what he is. I've lived among that kind of people all my life. You can't believe a word they say. You know that.
I don't know. What an awful thing for a man to believe. Does honesty or lack of honesty belong to only one group of people? Truth isn't your private property, you know.
Enough of this! It's not Sunday! This isn't a church! We don't need a priest!
What this man says is full of danger.
I don't see any need for arguing like this. I thought we ought to be able to act like civilized people.
Correct. If you insist,
Thank you.
that's all right.
If we are going to discuss the trial, then let's discuss the fact.
That's fine. That's right. We all got a job to do. Let's do it.
If you people don't mind, I'm going to close the window. The wind was blowing on my neck.
If you don't mind, I the window open.
But the wind was blowing on me.
Don't you want a little fresh air? It's summer. It's hot.
I was very uncomfortable.
There are two of us in this room and there's only one window. If you don't
I
mind.
have some rights too.
Why don't you take seat with someone at the other end of the table?
I will open the window if someone will change places with me.
Take my chair.
Thank you.
Shall we return to the facts of the trial?
Yes, let's.
I may have an idea here. I'm not sure, but it appears that we must prove to this gentleman that we are right and he is wrong. Maybe we should stop for a minute or two.
That sounds fair.
Very fair.
Then let each of us express our opinion.
Fine, let's do it.
Yes.
You start.
Oh, yes. I just think he is guilty. I thought that was clear.
In what way was it clear?
I mean that it hadn't been proved otherwise.
It doesn't have to be proved otherwise. He's not guilty until proven guilty. The boy is the defendant, and the defendant doesn't have to prove anything. He doesn't have to say anything. That's the law.
We all know that.
Oh, yes. I know what it is. I know. I have heard of it. I know what it is. What meant was, well, nevertheless. I think he is guilty.
No reasons, but guilty. And the life depends on this.
Let's consider the fact. Number one. The old man who lived in the flat below the room where murder occurred. At 10 minutes after the midnight of the night of the killing, he heard a loud noise in the apartment above him. He said that it sounded like a fight. Then he heard the boy to say, his father, "I'll kill you." And then he heard the body falling. Then he went to the door of his apartment and looked out and saw him. Saw the boy running down the stairs and out of the building. Then he called the police. They found the father with a knife in his chest.
And the doctor reported that death occurred about midnight.
Correct. What more do you need to know?
There's something wrong here.
The entire story told by the boy is difficult to believe. He said he was at the cinema. That's difficult to believe, isn't it? He couldn't remember the name of the film he saw.
Correct. Did you hear that? He's completely right.
The ticket seller at the cinema didn't remember him.
And the athlete who took his ticket didn't remember him either.
Listen, you remember the woman across the street? If her story doesn't prove it, nothing does.
That's correct. She saw the killing actually
The
happen.
woman is lying in bed and can't sleep. It's hot. She looks out of the window, and across the street she sees a boy stab his father.
How can she be sure it was the boy when she saw it through the windows of a passing train?
He's known the kid all his life. His window is directly across from hers. Across the railway line. And she said in court she saw him do it.
I heard her say that.
Yes. And they proved in court that you can look through of the window of a passing train and see what is happening on the other side. They proved it.
But you are telling us a minute ago that you can't trust them, that you can't believe them. So, I'd like to ask you something. Why did you believe her? She's one of them too, isn't she?
You think you are clever? Please be calm.
Come on, sit down. Why get angry?
They took us of this woman to the apartment, and we looked through the window of a passing train. an elevated train, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And weren't you be able to? And weren't you be able to weren't you be able to see what happened on the other side?
I couldn't see so well as they told me I'd be able to see. But I did see what happened on the other side.
So now you understand!
Be calm now.
You may speak now.
I'd rather wait if you don't mind.
That's your privilege. Do you want to say something? I don't know. I started to be influenced by what was said in court by those people who live on the same floor as the boys' flat. If I remember correctly, they said something about an argument between the father and the boy about 7 o'clock that evening. I may be wrong, of course.
I think it was 8 o'clock, not 7.
That's right, 8 o'clock.
They heard the father hit the boy twice, and then so the boy angrily walked out of the building.
Correct.
What does that prove?
Well, it doesn't exactly prove anything. It's just part of the whole thing. I didn't say it proved anything. Anything else? No.
I don't know. Most of it's been said already. We just talk all day about this thing, but I think we are just wasting our time.
I don't.
Neither do I. Go on.
Let's look at the history of this boy. He's tall like us. He was once arrested by the police because I think they said he stabbed someone in the arm.
They did.
He was stopped by the police because of knife fighting. At the age of 15, he was sent to a special school for young criminals.
And they sent him to that school because he attacked someone with a knife.
This is a very fine boy.
Beginning when he was 5 years old, his father had hit him regularly. He hit him cruelly.
So would I with a kid like
You
that?
are correct. It's the kid. The way they are. He don't listen. I have a son. When he was 8 years old, he ran away from a fight. I saw him. I was so ashamed. I told him then, I'm going to make a man of you, or I'm going to smash you into little bits trying to do that. When he was 15 years old, he hit me in the face. He's big. I haven't seen him for 3 years. Wretched kid. I hate rough kids. You work for them with your heart. Yes, let's move on.
We are forgetting what's important. This boy, let's say he's a product of a dirty house and a broken family. We can't change that. We are not here to explain the reasons why poor houses and poor families create criminals. They do. I know it. So do you. The children who live in this kind of situation are dangerous to the whole community.
I agree. I don't want to have anything to do with them. Believe me.
I lived in a poor area all my life.
Wait a minute.
I played in the dirty backyard. Maybe I still smell it.
Let's be reasonable. There's nothing personal.
There is something personal.
He didn't mean you. Don't be emotional.
Who did he mean?
I can understand her emotion.
Let's stop arguing.
We are wasting time.
I speak?
Go on.
There was something strange about this trial. Somehow, I thought that the lawyer who was supposed to defend the boy didn't ask enough questions to the people who spoke in court. Too many questions were left unasked.
Why it doesn't change my opinion? I think the defense lawyer was bad.
So,
This is something to consider.
what about the fact?
Too many questions were never answered.
What about the questions that were answered? For example, let's talk about the pretty little knife. The one that fine, noble boy admitted fine.
Yes, let's talk about it. Let's have it brought in here and have a look at it. I'd like to see the knife again, Mr. Foreman.
We all know what it looks like. I don't understand why we have to look at it again. What do you think?
The gentleman had a right to review the evidence.
I don't vote it.
The knife is a very clear piece of evidence. Don't you agree?
I do.
Now, let's agree on the order of events concerning the knife.
The boy admits going out of the building at 8 o'clock after being hit by his father.
He went to a shop and bought a flip knife. The man in charge of the shop was questioned by the police the following day when he admitted taking the knife.
I think everyone agrees that it is an unusual knife. It would be difficult to forget something like that.
The man in charge of the shop was recognized that knife and said it was the only one of its kind in the shop. Why did the boy buy it?
As a present for a friend, he says.
Am I correct about the event?
Yes.
You certainly are right. Listen to this man. He knows the facts.
Next, the boy. While he was walking home, the knife must have fallen through a hole in his jacket pocket. He said he never saw the knife again. That's a strange story, isn't it? You know what actually happened? The boy took the knife home, and a few hours later, he killed his father, and even remembered to wipe his fingerprints off the knife. Everyone who gave evidence at this trial recognized this knife. Are you trying to tell me that someone found it street and went to the street where the boy lived and killed his father with it just for a joke?
No, I'm saying that it's just possible that the boy lost a knife and that someone else killed his father with a similar knife. It's possible.
Look at that knife! It's very unusual knife. I never seen one like it in my life before. Neither had the shopkeeper who sold it to the boy. Don't you think you are trying to tell us that accept something impossible to believe?
I'm not trying to make anyone accept it. I'm saying it's just possible.
And I'm saying it's not possible. What are you trying to do? What is it? Who do you think you are?
Look at it, it's the same knife!
Quiet! Be quiet!
Where did you find it?
I bought it at a little shop near the apartment where the boy lives. It cost £2.
Listen to me!
I'm listening.
You are trying to trick us, but you haven't proved anything. Maybe there are 10 knives like that. What does that prove?
Maybe there are.
The boy lied, and you know it.
And maybe he didn't lie. And maybe he did lose the knife. And maybe he did go to the cinema. And maybe the reason why the ticket seller didn't see him was because he went into the cinema without paying for a ticket. So, and maybe he was too ashamed to say so. Is there any one of you here who didn't sneak into a cinema without buying a ticket once or twice when you were young?
I never did.
Really? Not even once?
We didn't have any cinemas in that country in those days.
Maybe he did go to the cinema, and maybe he didn't. And he may have lied. Do you think he lied?
That's a foolish question. Of course he lied.
Do you think he lied?
You don't have to ask me that. You know my answer. He told a lie.
Do you think he told a lie?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. What are you? The lawyer for the boy? Listen, there are still 11 of us who think he is guilty. You are alone. What do you think you'll accomplish? If you want to be a difficult and make this a hang jury, then the boy will have another trial, and he'll certainly be found guilty.
You're probably right.
Then, what are you going to do? It looks as if we are going to be here all night.
It's only one night. A man may die.
Yes, that's true.
I think we ought to move on now.
Yes, let's proceed.
What do you think of this fellow?
What do you want to say now? You're the one who's delaying us.
It's clear that you don't think the boy is guilty.
I have a doubt in my mind.
But you haven't really told us anything that makes it possible for us to understand your doubt. There's old man on the floor below. He heard it. He heard the boy.
The woman across the railway line. She saw it.
We know the boy bought a knife that night, and we don't really know where he was at the cinema.
Earlier that evening, the boy and his father did have a fight.
He's been a angry boy all his life, and though that doesn't prove anything.
Nevertheless, you know...
I make an offer. I request a vote. I want you 11 people to vote secretly. I will not vote. If there are still 11 votes for guilty, I won't stand alone. We'll give a guilty verdict.
Fine, let's do it.
That sounds fair. Does anyone agree?
I certainly do.
Let's vote.
Perhaps this is best.
Guilty! Guilty! Guilty!
6.
Please. 6 guilty. 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 Not guilty. Guilty. How do you like that?
Who was it? I think we have a right to know.
Who did it? Which fool changed his boat?
Is that the way to talk about the life of a man?
Whose life are you talking about? The life of the dead man? Or life of the murderer?
I want to know too. Who?
So do I.
Excuse me. This was a secret boat.
No one looked while we did it. But now I want to know.
A secret boat. We agreed about that. No? If whoever it was wanted to remain a
What
secret.
do you mean? There are no secrets in here. I know who it was. What's your problem? You came in here and you voted guilty. And then this fancy church preacher starts to soften your heart with stories about a poor kid who couldn't stop himself becoming a murderer. So you change your vote. That's the most secret.
Stop it! I agree with you that the boy is guilty, but we must be fair!
Fair! That's exactly what I'm saying! You're trying to get the guilty man hanged as he should be. And suddenly we are listening to the stories fit for children.
Wait a minute!
You listen to
Let's
me!
try to make this organized, please! Not organized, but let's try to be civil.
Please, I'd like to say something. I've always told that a man has allowed to have unpopular opinion in this country. That's the reason why I came here. I wanted to have the right not to agree.
Do you have a different opinion from us?
Usually I would. In this one instance, I agree with you. But what I wish to say is that in my own nation, I'm ashamed to say...
You have to listen to the entire history of your nation.
It's always wise to know what goes on in other countries when people aren't allowed to have unpopular opinion. But we are allowed in this country. So, let's return to the trial.
Yes, let's go back to the trial. Why did you change your vote?
I want to know too. You haven't told us yet.
Why do you think it was I who changed?
Because I do. Tell us why.
There's nothing for her to tell you. She didn't change her vote. I did.
I would have told you, but you are so sure.
So maybe you'd like to know why.
Let me tell you why that kid is a man.
Want to talk? Thank you. This gentleman chose to stand alone against us. It requires great courage to stand alone, even if you believe in something very strongly. He allowed us to decide the verdict, and he hoped for support, and I gave it to him. The vote is 10 to 2.
It's fine. If you've finished making your speech, let's proceed.
If there were anything to indicate that the boy didn't do it, I'd vote not guilty.
I can't think of anything to say in his case.
Neither can I. They haven't told us anything. They haven't told us anything.
As guilty as anyone possibly can be, that is the boy, I suppose.
It's just one of us is hoping to stop us condemning him. But he'll change his opinion. He's got to change it. He's a very reasonable man.
Yes, I suppose he is. Have another candy.
Thanks, I will. Delicious. He haven't given us a single verdict. No.
Yes, it's difficult.
Yes, it is. And what does guilty beyond a reasonable doubt really mean?
What is a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When it concerns a man's life, what is a reasonable doubt? We must have law and order. We must fix the rules. If we didn't, everyone would start stabbing people.
Not much doubt in this case.
To men, there is. I wonder why. I really wonder why.
We do hear stories about people who are really not guilty, who have been sent to prison or hanged, and then years later, new evidence was discovered. There was that case of Evans who was hanged in the Christie murder case in 1951. Do you remember that? And then they proved that Christie was guilty after all.
Yes, I remember that. And we also hear that for some murder, you are set free and they go and do it again. They are free because of some tiny detail of law. And then they commit murder again.
Listen, friend. Now that we are more calm, I was just excited a moment ago. You know how it is. I didn't mean to be unpleasant. Nothing personal.
I understand.
Listen, why don't you answer this? If the boy didn't kill his father, who did?
As I understand it, we have to decide whether or not the boy on trial is guilty. We are not concerned with the actions of anyone else.
Yes, but who else had the motive to kill the father?
The father was a fairly old man. Perhaps he had an enemy.
Remember, it's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. This is an important thing to remember.
Everybody's acting like a lawyer. Why don't you explain to us what's your reasonable doubt? Ah.
This isn't easy. It's just a feeling I have. A feeling. Perhaps you don't understand.
No, I don't have feeling. What are we going to do? Stay here the whole night, talking about your feelings? What about the facts?
That's right. Listen, the old man in the front below heard the boy shout, "I'll kill you." An instant later, he heard the pony fall. And he saw the boy running down the stairs and out of the building 15 seconds after that.
Yes. Where's reasonable doubt in that?
Yes. And let's not forget the woman across the railway line. Through the open window, she saw the boy stab his father. She saw it!
That's not enough for you.
It's not enough for me.
What is enough for you? I'd like to know.
Don't try to reason with him. It's not possible.
The woman saw the murder through the window of a passing train. The train had 5 cars, and she saw it through the window of last 2 cars. She remembered the smallest detail.
What have you got to say about that?
I don't know. It doesn't seem quite right.
Think about it! Let's say again all this time. This will make the time back.
This is not a game.
Stop that!
This is about the life of a man.
Who do you think you are?
Let's be calm.
Let's walk around and hit him.
Please, we don't want any fights in here.
Did you see him? He took that paper away from us. He had no right to do that.
Forget it. It didn't mean anything.
This is not a game, he said. Hurrah!
we talking about the train?
Yes, we were.
So,
How long does it take a train going at full speed to pass a point?
why would we want to know that?
How long would it take? Make a guess.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't think they mentioned it in court.
What do you think?
About 10 or 12 seconds, maybe.
I think that's a good guess. Anyone else?
About 10 seconds, perhaps.
About 10 seconds.
Yes.
Fine, we agree. 10 seconds. What are you trying to tell us?
This. A train passes a point in 10 seconds. That point is the window of the room in which the murder occurred. You can almost reach out of the window of that room and touch the train, remember?
That's correct. I tried it.
Let me ask you this. Has anyone here lived so close to a railway line?
I've lived very near a railway line.
Trains are very noisy, aren't they? I've also lived very close to a railway line. When the windows open and the train passes by, the noise is deafening. You can't hear anything else.
You can't hear anything else. So what?
The old man in the apartment below heard the boy say,
He didn't say it. He screamed it.
the old man heard the boy scream, I'll kill you. And 1 second later, he heard the body fall. 1 second. That's what he said in court, correct?
Correct.
So,
The last 2 cars. The last 2 cars.
What are you trying to tell us?
A train needs 10 seconds to pass a point, or 2 seconds for each car. That train had been going past the window of the old man for 6 seconds, and maybe more when the body fell according to a woman. The old man must have heard the boy say, I'll kill you, while the front of the train was rolling past his nose. It's not possible he could have heard it.
What do you mean? Of course, he could have had it.
With a train going past,
He said the boy shouted it.
an elevated train is very noisy.
It's good enough for me.
It's enough for me too.
I don't think they could have heard it.
Maybe the old man didn't hear it. I mean, with the train's noise.
What are you people talking about? Are you saying the old man told a lie?
Something doesn't fit.
Well, it's only reasonable that...
You are crazy! Why should he tell a lie? What would he gain by it?
Attention, maybe. People would pay attention to him.
You keep making these polite remarks. Why don't you send one to the newspaper? They pay £5 for polite remarks.
How does that concern the life of a man? Why might the old man have lied? You have a right to be heard.
I looked at the old man for a very long time. His jacket was torn under the arm. Did you notice that? He is a very old man with torn jacket, and he had 2 sticks to help him walk. I think I know him better than anyone here. This is a quiet, frightened, unimportant man. Who's been nothing all his life. Who's never been known for anything he's done. His name's never been in the newspaper. No one knows him after 75 years. This is a very sad thing. A man like that wants to be recognized, to be questioned and listened to, and to have people repeat what he says. Just once in his life. This is a very important thing.
Are you trying to tell us that he lied about a thing like this just so he could become
No,
important?
he wouldn't really lie, but perhaps he believed. He heard those words and believed he saw the boy.
This is the most unbelievable stories I've ever heard. How can you invent such a thing?
No, I'm not inventing it.
You must be inventing it. People don't lie about a thing like that.
He believed that he told the truth.
What do you know about it?
I speak from experience.
What?
I am a man like that.
I think we all understand now. Thank you.
If you want to admit that you're a liar, that's okay by me.
This is too much.
He's a liar! He just admitted it! If he's a man like that,
He didn't say he was a liar. He was explaining.
haven't you just admitted that you're a liar?
Please. He was explaining the situation so that we could understand why the old man might have lied. There's a difference.
A liar's a liar! That's all there is to say.
Please, have some understanding.
Gentlemen, please, we have our job and our duty to do here. I think they finished discussing.
I hope so.
Candy?
No, thank you.
Anyone want one of these?
I'll take one. Thank you. Now, there's something else I'd like to say. I think we've proved that the old man couldn't have heard the boy say I kill you.
Well, I don't agree. We haven't proved anything.
Let's hear what he's got to say.
Suppose the old man really did hear the boy say, I'll kill you. Those words. How many times have each of you said words like that every day? Perhaps hundreds of times. If you do that again, Sam, I'll murder you. Or shout into a fighter, kill him. We say things like that every day, but it doesn't mean we are really planning to kill someone.
Don't the circumstances change that?
The boy's father was murdered.
One thing more. The word was, I'll kill you. And the kid screamed it.
But the way I understand it.
Don't tell me that he didn't mean it. People who say things like that in the way he said it, they mean it!
Yes, they really mean it.
Let me ask you this. Do you really think that the boy would shout a thing like that so that every neighbor would hear it? I don't think so. He's much too clever for that.
Clever. He's a common, dumb creature. He don't speak good English.
He doesn't speak good English.
The boy is clever enough.
I'd like to...
I'd like to change my vote to not guilty.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
The vote is 9 guilty. 3 not guilty.
I'd like to know why you change your voice.
I think there's a doubt.
Where? Where's the doubt?
There's a knife. Oh, fine.
He talked you into believing a story for little children.
Continue. You got the reason.
The old man too. Maybe he didn't lie, but then just maybe he did. Maybe the old man doesn't like the boy. What an idiotic idea! I believe there's a reasonable doubt. Why do you believe that? Because of the stories he invented? He ought to write stories for magazines. He'd make a fortune. Listen, the boy had a lawyer. Why didn't the lawyer ever mention these things? Lawyers can't think of everything. This is crazy. You stand there and invent stories. Now you are going to ask us to believe that the old man didn't get up from his bed and run to the door and see the boy rushing downstairs 15 seconds after the killing?
That was said in court, I believe.
Yes. The old man said this in court.
Yes, he said this in court, Mary, so he could become important.
Did the old man say he ran to the door?
Ran! Walked! What's the difference? He went there.
I don't remember exactly what he said, but I don't understand how he could run. You said he had 2 sticks.
He said he went. Yes, I remember now. He went from his bedroom to the front door. That's enough, isn't it?
Where was his bedroom?
Along the hall somewhere.
Along the hall? Are we to send a young man to die because it's along the hall somewhere?
I thought you remembered everything. Don't you remember that?
No, I don't.
I don't remember either.
Mr. Foreman, I'd like to look at the plan of the apartment.
Shall we have the whole trial again, so you can be reminded of everything?
The bedroom is along the hall somewhere. Do you know? Do you know exactly where it is? Please, the life of a man depends on what we decide. Do you know?
Wow.
Mr. Foreman.
I have it.
Elvi, what's this one for? Why are you the only person in the room who always wants to see things?
I want to see this one too.
So, do I.
And I want to stop wasting time!
And do we have to talk about all that nonsense about where the body was found?
No, we don't have to. We are going to find out how an old man who's been seriously ill in the last 3 years and who needs 2 sticks to help him walk could go to the front door in 15 seconds.
He said 20 seconds.
He said 15.
How does he know how long 15 seconds is? You can't judge that kind
He
of
said 15. He was very certain about it.
He's an old man. You saw that. Half the time he was unsure. How could he be sure about anything? Well, you know what I mean.
No, I don't know. Maybe you know.
Is this what you wanted?
Yes, thank you.
Not at all. It's my job.
You want this?
Yes, please.
Do something for me. Wake me up when this is finished.
I looked at that drawing for 2 hours.
Some of us are interested. Continue.
This is the apartment where the murder occurred. The apartment of the old man is directly below it, and its layout is exactly the same as this. This is the elevated railway line, the bedroom, living room, kitchen, bathroom, and this is the hall. Here is the front door to the apartment, and here are the stairs. And apartment of woman who saw the murder is up here. The old man was in bed in this room. He says he got up out of bed, went into the hall, along the hall to the front door, opened it, and saw the boy running down the stairs. Am I correct?
That's what he said.
That's what happened.
He saw the boy 15 seconds after he has the body fall.
Correct.
His bed was near the window. The distance between his bed and bedroom door is about 12 feet. The length of the hall is 33 feet 6 inches. He got up out of bed, found his walking sticks, opened the bedroom door, walked 33 feet, and opened the front door. All in 15 seconds. Do you think this is possible?
You know it's possible.
Why should it be possible?
He would hurry. He did hear the scream.
He can only walk very slowly. They have to help him in the court.
You seem to be making it like a long walk. It isn't.
For an old man to use 2 sticks, 2 walking sticks, it
It's a long walk. What are you doing?
I want to test this. Let's see how long it took him to walk the distance. I'll measure out 12 feet, the length of the bedroom.
Crazy. You can't reconstruct a thing like that.
Perhaps if we could try it. This is important.
Waste of our time.
Let him do it.
There's no reason for him not to do it. It may be stupid, but let him test it.
Give me a chair, please. This is the bedroom door. How far would you guess it is from here to the door of this room?
I'd say about 20 feet.
That seems about right.
About 20 feet. That means from here to the door and halfway back again is about 30 feet. That will be a little shorter than the actual length of the hall. Correct?
Correct.
A few feet shorter.
Listen, this is crazy. What right have you got to do this?
We can't prevent him.
May I try it? According to you, it will take 15 seconds. We've got that much time to do it in. Who's got the watch that measures seconds?
I have.
When you want me to start, stamp your foot on the floor. That will be the sound of the body falling.
We'll measure time from there.
Let's say he has his walking sticks beside his bed. All right? I'm ready.
I'm waiting for the next minute to begin.
Faster! He walked twice as fast as that.
That I believe is farther than the old man walked in the courtroom.
No, it isn't.
If you think I should walk faster, I will.
A little faster.
Stop.
Yes.
How long was that?
15, 20, 30, 35, 39 seconds exactly.
It can't be.
39 seconds.
That's interesting.
What do you think about that?
39 seconds. 39.
The old man said in court that it was 15.
He may not have been walking at exactly the same speed as the old man, but it's 24 seconds longer than the time he said.
I'm not saying anyone's a liar. You probably moved more slowly than the old man did. But there's quite a
difference.
I'd guess that the old man was trying to go to the door, had someone running down, and believed it was the boy without actually seeing him.
I think that's quite possible.
Believed it was the boy without actually seeing him? Now listen to me, you people. I've seen many things that weren't honest, but this is the worst I've seen yet.
What? Not honest.
Tell him. You coming here feeling sorry for the poor kid and the injustice. And you invent these crazy stories. And you have some kind old ladies listening to you. Well, I'm not listening. I've heard enough from you. What's wrong with you people? The kid is guilty. He must have hang! We are letting him slip through our fingers!
Our fingers! Are you the hangman?
I'm one of them!
Perhaps you'd like to pull the lever that drops the floor from under the victim.
For that kid? Yes! I'd like to pull the lever that hangs him!
I'm sorry for you.
You mess about with me!
You are a cruel man.
Shut up, you!
You want to see the boy hanged because you personally want it.
Shut up!
Not because of the facts. You are a beast.
Shut up, I tell you! Let me go! I'll kill him! I'll kill him! I'll kill him!
You don't really mean you kill me, do you?
Is there anything wrong?
There's
I
nothing.
heard some noise.
There's nothing wrong. You can take this. We've finished with this.
Well, what are you looking at?
I don't understand why we have to act like children.
Nor do I. We have a responsibility. This is the special thing about a free nation like this. We receive. What is the word? Oh, yes, a notice. We receive a notice in the post to come to this place and decide whether or not a man is guilty. A man we don't know. We have nothing to gain or lose by a verdict. This is one of the reasons why this country is so strong. We shouldn't make it a personal thing.
Thank you very much.
Why do you thank me?
We forget. It's good to be reminded.
I'm glad we are acting honorably about this.
Well, we are still nowhere.
No, we are somewhere. Or getting there, maybe.
Maybe.
Has anybody got a new idea?
I think perhaps we should try another vote, Mr. Foreman. Does anyone not want to vote? Let's vote.
Yes, vote again.
All right, let's do it.
I want an open vote. I want to know who's voting what.
That's fair enough. I'll call your jury numbers. I vote guilty. Number 2,
Not guilty.
3,
Guilty.
4, guilty. 5,
Not guilty.
6,
Not guilty.
7,
Guilty.
8,
Not guilty.
9,
Not guilty.
10, guilty. 11,
Not guilty.
12.
Guilty.
There are 6 66.
I'll tell you something. The crime is happening in this room. The vote is 66.
I'm ready to walk into the court now and declare hung jury. There's no reason to continue.
I'd like to know why you changed your vote, and why you changed yours, and why you did. There are 6 people here. We think maybe sending a murder into the street. Emotion shouldn't decide your vote. Why did you still change your vote?
It would seem that the old man didn't see the boy run down the stairs. I don't think it's probable that the old man heard someone scream. I'll kill you. Old man, scream. And if the boy did scream that, he'd kill. Then we've got the authority of this man to prove that it might not really mean he would kill.
Shall we tell the judge that we can't agree? And let 12 other people decide about the boy?
66. I don't think we'll ever agree about anything.
All of us must agree on the verdict. And we'll never be able to influence him.
At the beginning, I was alone. Now, 5 others agree. There must be a doubt.
I never believe there's a doubt. Because I know there's no doubt.
Maybe we are a hung jury. It happens sometimes.
Will not be a hung jury.
But now, we are perfect balance. Let's go to the judge.
If there are any reasonable doubt, I don't see it.
The doubt is there in my mind.
Maybe we should vote.
What do you mean? But
Not again.
I still want to know. Vote about what?
Are we or are we not a hung jury?
You mean that if we vote yes, we'll be a hung jury. And if no, we aren't a hung jury.
That's what I was thinking.
We can't even agree whether we can't agree about whether or not the window should be open.
Let's decide by majority vote. The majority wins.
If 7 or more of us vote yes, that we are hung jury, then we go to the judge and tell him that we are hung jury.
That's right. If seven or more of us vote no, that means we are not a hung jury. And so we continue discussing the trial.
Doesn't seem quite right to me.
It's the only thing to do.
I agree. It's the only way.
anything to end this.
Are we agree? Then if 7 or more of us vote yes, we go to the judge.
Let's call out our vote.
All those voting I vote yes. We are hung jury. 2,
No.
3,
Yes.
4,
Yes.
5,
No.
6,
No.
7,
Yes.
8,
No.
9,
No.
10,
Yes.
11,
No.
12.
Yes.
Oh, no!
It's 6 to 6.
We agree to get the majority to decide whether or not we are a hung jury.
I voted yes on this question, but I didn't really want to vote that way. Not really. And I still don't. So, I'm changing my vote. I say no, we are not a hung jury. I believe the boy is guilty of a murder. There's something else that I want to know from these people who changed their vote. Then we are not a hung jury, so we continue.
Good. We'll continue.
Why did you change your vote?
He seems so sure, and he's presented some important fact. Why he gets angry and says cruel things?
Does the anger and the cruelty change the guilt of the boy? He did do it. Are you going to set the murderer free because one of jurors becomes angry when he thinks murder is being freed?
That's true. There's a doubt.
I don't think so. The railway line is straight in front of the railway, in front of the window. Let's discuss that. The train would have made a low, steady noise. Elevated railway line seems to scream when they go around curves. But the line there is straight. So the old man could have heard a human scream, which is a high sound. And the building they live in has thin walls.
Good. That's it. That's it.
And what if the old man said was wrong about how much time passed while he was walking to the door, but was right was whom he saw? Please remember, there are no fingerprints on the knife, and it's summer, so gloves don't seem probable.
I want you to listen to this man. It's called the facts.
And a few seconds later, few seconds might have been passed while he wiped away fingerprints with a handkerchief.
That's worth considering.
Why don't we measure the time of this one?
What time are we measuring?
Yes, let's be exact, please.
I'm saying that the old man in the apartment downstairs might have been wrong about the time while he was walking to the door. But he was correct about whom he saw running down the stairs. About 39 seconds may have been passed while the murderer wiped away fingerprints and went down the stairs to the place where the old man saw him, saw the boy.
This is correct.
We reenacted the old man getting out of bed and going to the door. We measured the time for that. Now, let's reconstruct the actual crime.
As well as we can reconstruct it.
I think a murderer could use 30 or 40 seconds easily.
Let's reconstruct the crime.
Yes, let's.
Yeah, you do the study.
No, I agree.
You be the one who'd stop. You're younger than I am. And remember, you fall down in 1 second.
And he was found on his side, on his right side. So, fall and roll onto your right side. If someone hates another person enough to kill him, don't you think it's feasible to suppose that the murderer would look at the man he's killed for a few seconds?
Don't think about this particular situation. Just human nature.
Yes, it seems reasonable.
Wait! The father falls down and rolls onto its right side. But stabbing is not like shooting, even when it's straight into the heart. The father would have struggled for a few seconds. Lying there on the floor, struggled in pain maybe.
That's quite possible. There would be enough air in his body to have lived 2 or 3 seconds more, I think.
Wouldn't the father have cried out rather loudly?
Maybe the cupboard, maybe the kid covered his mouth.
That also seems possible.
There's something else to consider. Anyone whose mind is clear enough to wipe away his fingerprints after murdering someone, his mind is also clear enough to look around the room. To be sure, there's no other evidence. It be for only 1 or 2 seconds, I should think. But he'd look round a bit.
This is better and better.
We are trying to make it clear. One doesn't talk about good and better in the murder. Well, let's do it.
About the fingerprint, the boy wiped his fingerprint off the knife. What about door handle? If I saw a man entering my home, the man hated me. If he was wiping the door handle with his handkerchief as he entered, I feel uncomfortable. So the door handle must be wiped after the murder, and this too require some time.
Why don't you measure the time again?
Fine.
Stamp your foot on the floor when you want me to start.
I'm waiting for the next minute to begin again.
I'll kill you! He'd wipe both door handles. Stop!
20, 25, 29, about 29 seconds.
And whoever did murder the boy's father, and I believe it was the boy himself, he also had to run down the stairs. That might have taken another 10 seconds.
Yes! Yes!
And the old man in the apartment below may have been wrong about the time. But from what we've just seen, I think it's quite reasonable to suppose that he did see the boy run down the stairs.
So now, both time measurements of the event agree. The one that you did and the one that they did, including running down the stairs and everything.
Yes,
They do agree on time.
Yes, he's an old man who wants attention. He's probably right, but the old man realizes, as we all do, that a life depends on this.
So, the old man's story may well be true.
Except for the fact that he said in court it was only 15 seconds.
We all seem to agree that it was 25 to 40 seconds.
You are now admitting that the old man lied once and told the truth once. I admit that we've just seen does quite seem to agree with what the old man told a lie. And this you admit.
That may be true that the old man lied once. But I think I change my vote again. Guilty.
And you? What do you think now?
I'm not sure what I think. I'd like to talk more. At the beginning, I thought guilty. And then I changed. Now I'm leaning towards guilty again.
And you?
No. I now have a real doubt. Real doubt.
I say guilty. I said the right thing at the beginning.
Now we are beginning to be sensible.
It seems to be about 9 guilty and 3 not guilty.
One more question about the old man downstairs. How many of you live in apartment buildings?
I don't know what you are thinking, but I know what I'm thinking.
What's that?
I don't live in a building exactly like the one where the murder occurred, but I live in one that's very similar. There's only just enough light in the staircase hole to see the steps. There's very little light in that building. Remember how we almost tripped on the stairs of that building because it was so dark?
The police made the light as bright as possible so we could see the building. Remember?
An old man who was wrong about the time by 20 seconds. We all agree on this. This old man looked in the dark hall and recognized a person running.
He was 100% wrong about the time. It was twice as long as he said it was.
Then couldn't the old man be 100% wrong about whom he saw?
It's the most stupid thing I ever heard. You are inventing it.
Jerry, let's be honest.
Do you truly believe that there's no possibility of reasonable doubt?
Yes, I do.
Maybe you don't understand the words reasonable doubt.
Do you mean I don't understand it? Who are you to talk to me like that? Look at this woman here. She's a foreigner who came to this country. And now she's telling us how to manage our affairs.
No one here is asking where anyone came from.
I was born in this country.
Nor is anyone asking where your father came from.
Maybe we could learn from foreigners who come to this country. Maybe he'd learned something we don't know. We are not perfect.
Please. This happened to me many times. Forget it. Thank you.
I don't forget it.
Do you want me to say I'm sorry? I am sorry. I said it!
That's what I want.
Let's stop arguing. Who's got something useful to say?
Well, something's been troubling me. The whole question, the old knife wound, and how it was made, the position.
Don't tell me we are starting on that. Then discuss it again and again in the court.
But I don't agree what they say. The boy is 5 feet 8 inches tall. His father was 6 feet 2 inches tall. That's a difference of 6 inches. It's very difficult to move the knife down into the heart of someone 6 inches taller than you are.
You won't be satisfied till you see it again. I'll show you. Someone come here. Now, watch this very carefully. I don't want to do it again. Is this 6 inches shorter?
That's more than 6 inches.
Fine, let it be more.
Gavin, watch out!
Isn't funny.
What's wrong with you?
Now be calm. No one is hurt. You see?
No, no one's hurt.
That's how it works done. Look at it. Down and in. That's how it stopped a tournament in the heart. And that's how it was done. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Down and in. I guess there's no argument.
Have you ever stabbed, man?
Certainly not.
Have you?
Don't be stupid.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
Where do you get all your information about what it's done?
Everybody knows how it's done.
Have you ever seen a man stabbed? No. Thank you. I want to ask you something. The boy is an experienced knife fighter. He was even sent to a school for young criminals because he stabbed someone, correct?
Correct.
Look. It's uncomfortable to hold a knife this way, isn't it?
Why are you asking me?
Wait! Why didn't I think of this? Give me the knife, please.
Have you ever seen a knife fight?
Yes, I have.
On the cinema screen?
Behind my house, and on the steps in front of my house, and across the street. These knives were a part of life where I lived. Strange that I didn't think of it earlier. Maybe we try to forget these things. Anyone who's used a knife would never raise it high and strike it down. A knife isn't used that way. You hold it. No.
Then, the boy couldn't have made a wound that killed his father.
It is possible that he could have made that wound, but I doubt it. Not if he'd had experience with knives. And we know that the boy was very experienced with knives.
I don't believe it.
Neither do I. You are talking through your hat.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know.
And you?
Listen, we are making no progress. Let's tell the judge we can't agree and go home.
I'd like to repeat the facts we know.
This be a good story.
He has right to talk. Let him continue.
Do you want me to the measure time of this too?
Just listen to him.
I'm in the advertising business. I've had experience with important men who repeat all the facts. Well, let's listen to him and decide if any of these facts are useful.
I'd like you all to examine what we know, simply and clearly.
We have examined. Guilty!
I'd like to know, is the boy clever or foolish?
What do you mean?
The boy was sent to a school for young criminals because of knife fighting. On the night of murder, he bought a knife. If he then murdered his father with a knife that everyone would know he'd bought, then this is a foolish boy.
I agree. He's foolish. Stupid.
However, if he were foolish, why did he make the kind of wound that a man with no experience with a knife would make?
I don't understand.
To murder someone requires great emotion, great hatred. And at the moment of murder, he'd used a knife the best way he could. And an experienced knife fighter would use it as he'd learned this way. A man who has no experience with a knife would use it this way. But this boy is very clever. Everyone knows that he's an experienced knife fighter. So he's very clever at that moment and makes a wound that an inexperienced knife fighter would make. This is a clever boy. He's clever enough to wipe away his fingerprints, perhaps even clever enough to wait until an elevated train is passing so that the noise would be louder than any noise. Now, is the boy clever or is he foolish?
Now,
Well, the woman approached the elevated line through the murder, through the windows of the train. So someone in the trains could have seen the murder too.
It's possible, but we don't know that anyone did see it.
A man would be very foolish to do the murder as the train was passing.
Exactly. A very foolish man. A man ruled by emotion. Probably he had nothing. He probably didn't hear the train approaching. And the man who murdered the father did it as well as he could.
So,
the boy is foolish enough to allow people to know he bought a knife on the evening of a knife murder. And at a moment before the murder, he becomes clever. The boy is clever enough to make a wound that influences us to believe that someone else did the murder. And at the same moment, he was foolish to do the murder while an elevated train is passing. And a moment later, he was clever enough to wipe away his fingerprints. If the boy is guilty, then he was foolish from 8 o'clock to midnight and clever for 1 second, then foolish for a few seconds, and then clever again, and then again became foolish. So foolish that he didn't invent a good story where he'd been at the moment of murder. Now, is the boy clever or foolish? If he's guilty, you are saying that he's clever, foolish, clever, foolish, clever, foolish. There is doubt, doubt, doubt!
I hadn't thought of that.
And the old man downstairs. In court, he said 15 seconds. He insisted on his 15 seconds. But now we all agree it must be almost 40 seconds.
Does the old man lie for the half the time and tell the truth for the other half of the time?
If this boy is guilty, he must be both clever and foolish on and off. And if the boy is guilty, the old man must be a liar for half the time and truthful the other half. You can reasonably doubt.
Yes, I agree. There's reasonable doubt.
I think I do too.
I wanted more talk, and now we've had it.
I want another vote.
Another vote is called for. I think the quickest way is for us to raise our hands. Does any object? All those voting not guilty, please raise your hands. Nine. All those voting guilty. Three. The vote is 9-3 for not guilty.
I don't understand. How can you believe this boy isn't guilty? Listen, you know how these people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need a big reason to kill someone either. They drink too much alcohol and suddenly someone's lying dead in the street. I don't blame them. That's how they are. Do you understand what I mean? They are danger! Human life doesn't mean as much to them as it does to us. Wait, where are you going? Listen, these people are always drinking and fighting, and if someone's killed, they don't care! Oh, yes, they've got some good qualities too. Listen, I really believe that. I've known a few of these people who are nice. But very few. Most of them seems to have no human emotion. They can't do anything. Hey, what's happening here? I'm speaking and... Listen to me. They are no good. There's not one of them who's any good. We should
I've listened enough. If you open your mouth again, I'll bash your face in.
I'm only trying to tell you.
Sit down, everyone. I still believe the boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most important facts were given in the court by a woman across the street when she said she actually saw the murder.
That's right. This is the most important fact.
Let's consider what she said. What exactly did she say?
I can remember it correctly. She said she went to bed about 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was near open the window, and she could look out of the window while she was lying in bed, and see directly into the window of across the street. She was restless, and for an hour she was unable to sleep. Finally, she turned toward the window about 11 o'clock, 10 minutes after midnight, and as she looked out, she saw the boy stab his father. I don't think this fact can be destroyed.
That's what I mean. That's the whole thing.
Because of this fact, I don't understand how you can vote not guilty. What do you think about it?
Well, maybe there are so many facts to consider.
What do you mean by maybe? He's completely right. This is the single most important fact.
I think so too. And I don't deny the correctness of the fact that he has given us. Shall we say, on one side of the railway line there is some doubt? But what can you say about the story of the woman? She saw it!
What time is it now?
About 10 to 7.
I wonder if the judge would allow us to go home and finish this in the morning. I have a sick child at my home.
No. I'm sure the judge wouldn't.
Can't you see the clock without your glasses?
Not really.
Oh.
Glasses are inconvenient, aren't they?
Well, what do you two do when you wake at night and want to know what time it is?
I put on my glasses and look at the clock.
I lie in bed and wait for the clock in the living room to chime. My father gave to me and my wife when we got married.
Do you wear your glasses in bed?
Certainly not. No one wears glasses in bed.
The woman who said that she saw the murder wears glasses. Does she wear them in bed?
Did she wear glasses?
She certainly did. The woman wore thick eyeglasses. I remember that very clearly. She never took them off.
Strange. I hadn't thought of that.
I think it's reasonable to suppose that she wasn't wear her glasses in bed. And I don't think she put them on to look out casually out of the window. She said that the murder took place at the very instant she looked out, and that the lights went off an instant later. She couldn't have had enough time to put her glasses on them. Now, perhaps this woman honestly believes that she saw the boy kill his father. I say that she saw only the vague shape of a person.
How do you know what
Maybe she was wearing her glasses for reading. Without her glasses, she can see things far away. How does he know all those things?
Does anyone think there still isn't a reasonable doubt?
I always wonder. But there is a reasonable doubt.
I think he's guilty!
Does anyone else?
No. I believe now. There's a reasonable doubt.
You are alone.
11 votes for not guilty. 1 guilty.
I don't care whether I am alone or not. I've got a right.
Yes, you have a right.
Well, I told you. I believe the kid is guilty. What else do you want?
Your reasons.
I've given you my reasons.
We don't believe them. We are waiting to hear more. We have time.
Listen. What's wrong with you? You are the one who made all the argument. You can't change now. A guilty man will be walking in the street. A murderer. He must die. Stay on my side.
I'm sorry. My vote is decided now. I don't often think I'm wrong, but I was wrong this time. There's a reasonable doubt in my mind.
We are waiting.
You are not going to threaten me. I've got a right to my opinion. It will be a hung jury. There. That's it.
Nothing you can do about that, except hope. But that some night, maybe in a few months, we'll be able to sleep soundly.
You're alone.
It requires great courage to stand alone.
If it's a hung jury, there'll be another trial, and some of us will take these facts to the lawyers.
You read.
They are waiting. Not guilty.
Not guilty.
G. 本日はお忙しい中お越しいただいて本当にありがとうございました。今回私たち4年生の卒業公演ということでしたが、特別に OB の宮原さんに参加して手伝っていただきました。どうもありがとうございます。なお、あそこに、ライティングの方と、あとブロックとやっていただきました南口君、それから VTR の方の森山君、あれどうもありがとうございました。私たちは4年間皆さんというか英語域の皆さんとやってきたわけですが、今回で最後に卒業になります。でこの後、域のグループの皆さんはリキアン先生と一緒に新しい英語域のグループの歴史をまた作っていってください。でこの劇ができましたのも我々の演出家であるギャビン・バントック氏のおかげです。
Thank you, seniors, for your great effort. Thank you. And, yeah, thank you very much. And thank you for being patient for so long. During the last 6 days, you see, 12 angry men. The last 6 days, there's only been one angry man. But from 5 o'clock today, you did it. Congratulations. Thank you. Let's take a bow.